Welcome to everyone. A very happy and prosperous New Year. I just gave the topic that living differently and divinely. And that is going to make all the differences for you to live life in 2021. Usually what happens is every year comes and goes, and then every year we think that we are going to change things around, but nothing happens. And some people have spent the entire life like that. And that should stop. And we should take responsibility. And that is very important. There are 2 points, key points. One is you're taking self-responsibility, and the other is to seek divine help. And what happens, talking about this, taking self-responsibility, we should look at only one thing at a time.
I didn't find only one thing.
And that is denial. Denial, in denial what happens is you deny the truth. What is the truth of who really you are? If somebody points out to you a truth that you do not want to look at, and that is responsible for your failure, you hate that person. Why? You are in denial. Why? Your truth hurts. Why? Number one, you are in denial. Why? Number two, truth hurts. You don't want to look at, hear about the truth. Behind this denial and concept of truth hurts is one fundamental problem that all of us have, and that is responsible for our failure, lack of progress. And what is that? I, the ego consciousness. You will do anything to protect your ego. You don't want to hear the truth. As long as you have this ego so dominant, you will never listen to anyone, nor will you look at your denial of what you are lacking. You hate to look at the truth. The truth may be your laziness, your inability to work hard, your inability to be intelligent, to go and learn what you lack, and you don't want to look at it. And there is karmic force that is behind this ego that will not allow you to look at what things you are doing wrong. And time passes by, and you are very insensitive to time. Day after day after day after day, you waste time. And I have said many times, waiting is a waste of time. You don't wait. Things can be done now. And why you are not doing it? Because you are attached to your ego. If anyone wants to succeed in life, he or she has to look at her ego or his ego. And the ego is a limited consciousness. It's irrational. It doesn't want to look at your denial or the truth. So, how to get rid of your ego? You can't do it on your own. You have to have God to help you. Without God, you cannot get rid of your ego, because ego is aligned with your bad karma. So karma is very, very difficult to change. Not impossible. I have done so many courses on karma and how to change your karma. So you may want to look at those videos. At one point I did, even every day I did for 30 days a technique to remove your karma. That's about 3, 4, 5 years, 4 years ago in Facebook. So you can go and take a look at that. And I've done courses on ego as well. But now, the new thing that I am doing is just how to get divine help. We never allow God to lead our life. Why? Because God is not dependable. First of all, we cannot even think about God. We can think about ourselves, our strategies, our incredible ability to do everything. And we never allow anybody to enter the domain of your ego. Your ego is more important than anything else in the world. It's okay. The other name for the ego is self-esteem. I should have self-esteem. I just cannot give everything to God. And first of all, I do not know if there is God or not. And even if He is there, He is not dependable. What is dependable is what I can control. Good. That is the civilization that we have created. But have we succeeded following our ego and our intellect and our reasoning? Even a great scientist like Einstein said, the mind has to be kept under control as a good servant, not your master. Who should be the master? Master is God. And who is God? The highest intelligence. Who is God? The medulla oblongata. Who is God? The cerebellum. Who is God? The midbrain. Highest intelligence, the miracle. The miracle doesn't acknowledge time. Oh, miracles never happen. So I rather would want to stay in a known domain rather than to go to God. But I'll tell you, people who really, 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 really walk with God, that is going to be a webinar I'll be doing tomorrow for an hour or hour and a half, teaching you how to walk with God. For those of you who may not be able to attend this for whatever reason, I will highlight some of the points. Who is God? The God is the highest intelligence. God is the miracle. If you want miracles, you have to go to God. Because miracle transcends your intellect, transcends your ego. But then you are so attached to your ego, you don't want to transcend it. Once you transcend your ego, your intellect, then you surrender to God. Surrendering to God. No, I don't want to surrender. I have a lot of self-esteem. What are you surrendering? You are giving away your limited intelligence, your rationality. Not that all rationality is gone. That's impossible. You need rationality to live this world. But then you should allow miracles to happen in your life. Now think about it. You have, whatever, however many years you have lived, meaning that however old you are. Ask yourself, have you lived following God, meaning the highest intelligence, or have you lived life either unconsciously or following your rationality and your great strategies? You know the answer. God is marginalized. You don't even think of God. We have lost the ability to think about God. We have completely lost the ability. It's only a Sunday service, and even that is not available because of the corona. Even there, it is more music and the sermon for an hour or two, and then you come back, and that has no impact on it. Although, Jesus said very clearly, live life today. Don't think of tomorrow. Look at the birds. The birds don't think about tomorrow. He asked us to focus on today. And if we do that and believe in Christ, miracles will happen. If you have faith, you can move mountains. You have faith in your ego. You think that you are in control, you know everything. No. So you have to follow the teachings of any religion. It's not only what Jesus said is unique. Everyone has said the same thing. Every religion teaches of supernormal powers, and you are eligible for that. You have to follow that route. And those of you who are really going through very tough time, you may want to do the free programs. I'm making it available to you. One is 2 websites. You have to sign up because I don't believe in people coming with no commitment and wasting their time listening to the talk. Well, it's a good talk or a bad talk, or who cares? No, I don't like that attitude because I mean business. And so 2 programs that you can get free. One, you have to sign up for the 𝗣𝗶𝗹𝗶 website, and then programs in there which is already available. and then the genius program, the phonemic intelligence program. You don't succeed because of lack of intelligence. And intelligence is not just academic training. I don't equate intelligence with a PhD or MD or whatever. That is trained, accumulated intellectual baggage that gives limited success. Will it give miracles? No. It won't give miracles. Benny Hinn, for instance, is the most powerful preachers of this time. I don't think he went to college or anything. And he became very successful in the early 20s because he acquired the power of miracles. And people really want those miracles. That's why they go to him, because they see him doing miracles. So there is a naturally inbuilt desire within us to relate to miracles. So then, who can do miracles? God. And God is not who is extraneous to you either. He is within you. He is within you. If you want like science, you may want to understand him as the old brain or the reptilian brain, which is the miracle brain, and how to activate them. I have done videos, they are available free. They are midbrain miracle methods. They are available already 5, 6 years, 7 years ago. I taught this course. So there is nothing that's not available. Only thing is, you have to, if I were you, I would have taken notes of all what I have said. So he asked us to the 30-day program of karma removal, because karma is associated with your ego. And then he said about the midbrain miracle method. I want to go into that. All these are available for free. You don't have to do anything. So the main point is, you don't want to live the same way you have been living. You have to live differently, and you have to take personal responsibility for that. You don't follow methods self-consciously, you will not be aware of your mistakes. That's the first thing that I said, was denial of the truth. The truth is, you are not living consciously, you are not living responsibly, you are not living with God. You are living with your ego. And somebody hurts your ego, you run away from that person. If somebody hurts my ego, I would say, thank you. I never looked at it. Many prophets have said that they were able to make miracles because of God. But the moment they said, well, I'm doing it, forget about it, and God will pull his energy, and they will not be able to perform. Then they will go and pray to God, sorry, God, I thought that I could do on my own. Then God God is compassionate. He would forgive them and then give them again the power to do miracles. This is, you can find out from the lives of so many prophets and also godmen of contemporary time too. So God doesn't tolerate one thing, that is your ego. Because ego is stupidity. Without acknowledging God, you cannot even breathe without the grace of God. You are walking because of the grace of God. And we do not know who God is. That's what I'm going to do tomorrow. First, to tell you who God is and how we lost in touch with God because of science and technology and priority given to rational understanding over faith. We do not know how to believe, how to have faith. Even belief is hard. How are you going to have faith? Faith is complete surrender. Belief can be, you believe now and you disbelieve later. But faith is complete aligning your mind, your ego with God. This, you are not losing anything. You are losing your mind, which is limited mind, not the mind that is required for doing chores and things like that. That will all be intact. But then the mind will be updated by God. You will walk with Him. But you should know what it is. So I'm very happy to do that program. Initially, when 𝗖𝗲𝗹𝗶 said, then I'm not going to do that program, and then it's a month-long program. No, I've done that all. But she was persistent. I said, okay, I will do. And today I asked her, what is it all about? I didn't know. Because I don't want to put too many things in my mind and remember except God. So it is a program that you walk with God. Of course, I gave the title, Walking with God. God is real, more real than you and I. More real. Why is not real? Because we are not thinking about God. When you think about, what is real is what you think about all the time. Your job or your joblessness, whatever. Whatever you think is real to you. So in the same logic, you can think about God and then make Him real in your life. That's what is needed. And once you think about God, and then you can work with God. But first of all, you should know who God is and how we can relate to Him, how you can walk with Him. And that's what I'm going to do tomorrow as a gift for the New Year program. A program to live with God and walk with God. And that is how it is different 2021 from all the rest of the years you have spent. So I will join hands with you, because it's not that you alone need to live with God every minute. I do too. So I will walk with you, walk with God, and together we can create a beautiful, prosperous, joyous,